Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Check 44, check 44.
61, Matchbox Light.
A first down carry for Smith. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the
really shit I ever heard.
That's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
So that's the realest shit I ever heard. That boy said, I'm waiting for my baby mama to get a real
nigga. To the football,
nigga.
making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Check right 54, right 54. Watch the blood, watch the blood, watch the blood. Watch the blood, motion, blood.
On third down, Duffy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Very 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
I'm glad my mother always told me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
She went over there with the intent. Let me see who we got at his house.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. What's good on the extra point?
Okay, so if nobody was there, what she was going to do?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense had the
friends ain't making it no better.
Last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Yeah. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Nah, that's my dog.
2nd and 6. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings
my running back little. Yeah, my running back little.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to
I
protect
baited
their
him, right?
passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Go!
From the gun, Duffy. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45.
Hell no.
Yeah, I know. You see? And that's how men think, bro. That's how men think. Niggas just don't be wanting to do petty shit. We don't just wake up and be like, let me be petty.
Yeah, they petty as fuck.
4-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete. Smith has it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yeah, he a big body, though. That boy always catch them shits like that.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out
Niggas
inside
just
the
don't want to lie because that shit. Niggas just don't want to lie because that shit corny.
Players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game?
Now, that shit changing nowadays, though.
And execute it at
a lot of these hoes out here fucking out just
a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Ito Smith. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pull it high. Rip that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize his play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Hey, lock it.
All this running the ball,
on 2nd down, it's Smith.
all this audible
Call
and
it a
shit.
gain
Just
of
to run the
4, and
ball.
it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw your ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back to throw. Duffy into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
He went audible.
Picked off near the 42.
He made that receiver do a
And
slant
the
and stayed with him the
possession
whole
is theirs
time.
at their own 43-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
You know that nigga audible to the
back.
receiver. That
There's 2
receiver do hand
interceptions for him
signals
in
and
college
shit.
and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
You could tell who they audible are.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I see it. I'm trying to figure out how 5 people watching my stream.
2nd and 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dedrick
I know. I'm talking
Sadat
about
with a
just saying who
sack.
else watching my
And
stream.
no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates
This
that
nigga
because they
got
feel like they
skateboarders,
didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every
Nigga don't
single
got 88
play.
speed till he
You
crossed the line of
decide to throw the
scrimmage.
football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
That's the shit
You're
you was
talking about
talking
guys,
about,
if they
Luke.
weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Line of scrimmage at 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
But that's how I read the defense. So.
2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he will
See
go
this man
down
getting hurt by a
outside of the
D-lineman, bro?
pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
But
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on
out.
3rd down.
Yeah, he was been out.
Check pass. Check pass. SOS. Mark 54. Mark 54. That's it. I'm coming out.
They'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side.
Yeah, why you catch the
And
ball?
he'll be
like
stopped
that?
at the
Run out the
27-yard
catch.
line, well short of the 1st down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Lutz is good. And
boy
that'll
Vardy
push the
became
lead
that shit
up
half
to
meter.
13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Yeah, but if you could get half meter, they get more animations to block it.
About set to begin their next
Jump the
drive. The
snap.
Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 13-0
You get a perfect
here as
kick,
they
they
try
won't
to
let
get
you jump
things
the snap.
started offensively. 1st and 10.
Damn,
Now the
you
drive
should
starts
go.
with a completion out to the right.
One thing you're
Because
hoping
he
for
always
when you run
can
drag
check.
routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 4. Hey, come on.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Duffy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think
That's what I'm saying. He was coming right back to it.
Get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first
Oh,
half to
he's
get
still
that
on the
lead.
ball.
Watch out.
Five.
Looking to throw. Duffy airing it out, looking for, and that's caught
I hate
inside the
this guy.
35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their
What type
timeouts
of catch was he
as they
trying to
get
make?
the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Play. Get it.
A give to Smith out of the gun.
We'll see how.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A
I
nice
move my team
run,
to the
sets up a
Oilers at
very
every league.
manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Duffy, he's
give him
got
that.
Smith
He can take
here.
that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
I should have picked him off right
A
there.
first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, Duffy. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
He had too much time to
Trent
throw.
Sherfield, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something
Oh, they just
before
got
half.
friendly
They've at least
team.
got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour
Probably
of
the best
NFL
team.
camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
This little 5'8" ass nigga.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Nigga disrespectful now.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Easy. That's it. You ain't making
some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
Oh, here he go.
Hit him with something else.
Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's able to get the first.
And then she can hear us to the stupid TV.
At the 25. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Oh, my God.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
She nice.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But then the other girl, boy.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Is shut out, bro.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Smith.
What's this man talking
And he'll
about?
find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
I know what routes could beat it.
So a false start certainly doesn't
try
help
this out
matters
route
as
by
they'll try
R1.
again now. 3rd and
They're
long.
make him play outside leverage. They're going to run deep post outside.
Operating from the gun. Duffy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. For the moment, it's the Vikings who lead that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Yeah, I know, but he ended up asking me to join his league.
Touchdown, Houston.
Visions.
A big play there. 59 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
No.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Hey.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
To throw on third down. Duffy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Lions have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
All my guys ran to the blocks.
And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the gun, Duffy to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Duffy, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Hey, exit. Get it.
From the gun on third down. Duffy. He was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't need.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
See how the RPO look better with a lefty.
This time they double it and pick up 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 45 the mic.
And we got to get to the ball, team.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, that defense. This is a touchdown.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
45 the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, 45. Check mic 45. Come to ball, come.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
I was going to try to run some different plays.
Check nickel. Shit. Keep up. Go. 45.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Who you playing?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Oh, yeah. He in this league, too. He's 5-2 with the Eagles.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things
First start
down.
playing Madden, I used to always use the D-tackle.
But for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. You just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after.
I know I had invited him. I was waiting for him because I was like, boy, I like him and Keith to get into it.
To throw on second down. Duffy. That's complete to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I was like, that's too loud. That's too loud. Loud ass niggas.
Quarterback now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's
and they both in the military. Boy, that shit would have been funny.
Operating from the gun, Duffy. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Yeah, he should too, because she sounds like a good girl, man. She's still stuck with it.
On first down, Duffy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on. Switch it. Check. Check hot route. Sneak grip. Sneak grip.
Looking to throw. Duffy. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew,